This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? So much for boxing. This is a fight. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Locks that left hook. Stamina is off the charts. It's bombs away. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... Here we go. It's round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Respect for each other's punching power. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Parries that jab away. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt he won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
Let's get out there. Get your boots. Back
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Jab does not score. Carrying away the right hook. Exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That was almost a 10. Here we go to the 4th round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They stopped the hook there. Got him there. Lucky that hook didn't score.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Cuddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
far, the offense has been better than the defense. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Only catching air with that hook. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Sugar Ray is down! How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you continue.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. We just saw.
I love the respect. Focus back.
On to the 6th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Catch and shoot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Can't find a home for that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Deciding to let it all. Hold that thought! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
The right side. What a shot.
They're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight? It looks like he's going to survive the round here. Hold that thought! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
To make or break a fighter.
Come on, let him back into the fight.
There's the bell to start round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Nice work to block that right uppercut. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Every time a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. In that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. A much better game plan here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. No doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make... Hold that thought! Oh, my word, Canelo just got clipped. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense.
Whoa, Johnny! Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go. And right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they telling when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Surprises, we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets. It sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Like winner, chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast, slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger, altering is August, wordplay is December, That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slick as icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pitches. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do with it? Didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Lou would do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They googling endlessly. Even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability. Things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. This one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation.
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should be a fantastic showdown. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time.
Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber. Only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history. The Gypsy King, Tyson.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
So much hype surrounding this. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Ooh, look at that left jab. Caught right through the guard with a big uppercut, and this time he might go down. One of the legendary rivalries in heavyweight boxing history is revived in this one. Wilder versus Fury again.
Warfare is so important in boxing, and Tyson Fury is a modern-day warmonger. He knows how to get in your head before you've even stepped in the ring, before you've even laced up your gloves, before you've even got in the dressing room. Tyson Fury knows what to do to get under your skin. He'll make you hate him, love him, dream about him. So then your life is his life. He's got your number. He's brilliant. And you saw how he did it to Wilder, not in fight 1, fight 2, and fight 3. And the same thing's happening all over again. Will Wilder ever know? Will he ever learn his lesson? I believe not. Because Tyson Fury, that's what he do.
punch. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than have to.
Do you believe what we are seeing? These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
That counter shot lands. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here's a scoring blow. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Here we go. It's round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice defense on that hook. This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Punch lands. A perfect counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Those counter punches have to hurt. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
There's an old saying, a good big one will always beat a good little one.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominant.
There's the bell to start round three. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter punch. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes, down goes Fury. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Gotta look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
A shot from the gods took him out.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner. Here we go to the fourth round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? And twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Punch, counter punch. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove. And
Are you okay? You're out.
so time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Need to escape, need to escape. It's too much weight, it's too much weight on me. Could I just be free? I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh, I start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for?
It's time to fight under the full moon. We are outside live at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Next, the gentleman of boxing. He is the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork. Watch the hand speed.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big... These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They block the hook. Patterson needs to bring his... Whoa, wait a minute! Ooh, that really affected Floyd there. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Straight right just misses. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
Now it's going to be a tough fight because he's going to...
Here we go for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, what a punch! A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
He parries away that left hook. Can't score with that jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
They exchange punches. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Jab slightly off target. Perfect punch. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it.
On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters, they are not going to move, but then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice counter shot. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. He missed with that jab. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. So much firepower here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. And shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept...
And there's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Big shot, and down goes Ali. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Patterson's rocked. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the court?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Ali in that last round.
What do you do?
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
If you're being put down, you've got to think right.
Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength, and preparation is how you are going to deal with this.
This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Both men step back for just a moment. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Perfect counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Holding nothing back here in the round. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Boxing, just be smart.
There's the bell to start round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Beautiful counter punch. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, that's notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Stamina is off the charts. He just misses with that jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I've got to see that again.
Patterson's dazed. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it. There's the bell to start round 7. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's all. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled? The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are ready.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Gonna look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little. Hold her right there. If there's anyone that... Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Fight, I'm by the grill, I'm like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight, I'm by the... Always tryna fight, I'm by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money like I'm money made. I might pop my jack, then uppercut, then he up on my way. Where my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over, I'm new to camp. I'm new to camp, sitting ringside with my dog, I'm what coach flick. Underdogs coming out on top, got them so sick. Whoa.